Good evening, Coach Victor.
Good evening, ma. So I'm trying to share my screen. I'm not with my system.
Okay, thank you. I believe we would be using just Zoom, correct?
We are already live.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Sunday and welcome to today's class. I hope you can all hear me. Please confirm if you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Okay. So good afternoon and welcome once again to another amazing day. Please indicate if you are already in class. Just say hello in the comment section. Let's be sure that you are in class. And today happens to be our last class for the month and also for the year. It's been an amazing journey. I think we started last year, December, and today we are wrapping up for the year 2025. And it has been an amazing and a wonderful journey. Next week, Sunday, is our induction day where we will be inducting new ambassadors and also giving out your certificates. All right. So kindly go and call your friends to come on board. Today's class is a very, very important class. We are looking at the recap of building a healthy self-esteem, self-confidence, and emotional intelligence. All right, so without wasting much time, because we have a lot we'll be looking at today, we have a lot we'll be looking at. Let me confirm those in class. I can't really see my screen clearly because I am using my phone. All right, so let me just hand over to Coach Damilola as she takes over. So Coach Damilola, over to you.
Thank you, Coach Victor, and welcome to class once again, ambassadors. So today we would be looking at building healthy self-esteem as well as emotional intelligence. Okay, we'll be looking at self-esteem as well as emotional intelligence. Next slide, please. Thank you. So what is self-esteem? What is self-esteem? So self-esteem is basically how you feel about yourself, right? How do you feel about yourself, either good or bad, just in simple terms. And it's about liking who you are and knowing you're special, right? So you need to, the bad self-esteem would be like, oh, I don't like myself. Look at how my eyes looks. Look at how my nose is, you know. So, but the good self-esteem, which we as ambassadors, we want you to take on, is that what you like who you are, knowing that what you are special, right? God made you special. You're wonderfully and fearfully made. So see yourself, have a positive self-esteem, have a good self-esteem about yourself, that what you are special, and like the way you are, like your eyes, like your nose, like your mouth, like everything about you. Okay. So self-esteem versus confidence. So self-esteem is liking yourself as you are, as God created you. And confidence is feeling good about doing something well, right? When you do something well, you are confident. Next time you'll be able to give it a try. So self-esteem is different from confidence. Self-esteem is liking who you are, liking yourself the way God created you, knowing that He created you beautifully and wonderfully. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Okay. And confidence is feeling good about you doing something well. And when you do something well, it boosts your confidence, right? It helps you to be able to keep pushing, keep trying, right? And next slide, please. And we have different types of self-esteem. We have high self-esteem, feeling about yourself, and we have low self-esteem, feeling unsure about yourself. And we have healthy self-esteem, feeling good, but staying kind and humble. So the high self-esteem is you're feeling a bit happy about yourself. Oh yeah, I love myself, you know, you are so excited about who you are, who God created you to be. Low self-esteem is feeling unsure about yourself. Oh, can I do it? I don't think I can. Can I, can I be great? You're feeling unsure
Please may you
about
slow
yourself.
down.
Okay. So low self-esteem, sorry about that. So low self-esteem is feeling unsure about yourself, right? You're not sure about your capabilities, what you can do. While the healthy self-esteem is feeling good, but yet you stay kind, you stay humble. You're not proud. You're not proud about what you can, about what you've been able to do or what you've been able to achieve. Even though you have done it well, you've been awarded for it, but yet you are humble enough to teach others. You are humble enough to give kudos to those who assisted you through the journey, who walked you through the journey. Okay. Next slide, please. Thank you. So ways to feel good about yourself. We've talked about high self-esteem. We've talked about low self-esteem. We've talked about healthy self-esteem. So how do you feel good about yourself? How do you develop this healthy self-esteem? How do you develop this good self-esteem, positive self-esteem about yourself? So one way is to do what? Know what you're good at. We've discussed this over time. Like, know yourself, know your values, be self-aware, know your strength, know your weakness. So for you to be able to feel good about yourself, develop a healthy self-esteem, is for you to know what you're good at. We talked about journaling. You journal, what am I good at? What do I like doing? What is it that if my teacher calls me to do, or my parent asks me to do, I'll be able to do it comfortably without giving excuses, without procrastinating, right? What can I do better? What can I do like comfortably, without stress, without struggle? you're always happy to do. So when you know what you're good at, you celebrate your wins, right? Celebrate it. I've said this over and over again. Celebrate yourselves. No matter how little the achievement is, celebrate it. So as you celebrate yourself, you are building your esteem, you're building confidence. You are helping yourself to be comfortable with trying new things. Another way to feel good about yourself is taking care of yourself and making good choices. When you make a good choice, you will be excited about it. For example, you make a choice of, oh, these friends, I don't like, maybe they are bad guys in school, and you made the choice, I'm not going to mingle with these people. I'm going to stay pure, focus on my academics. And when you do that, at the end, at the end, maybe during the graduation or end of the year ceremony, you know, or end of the school term ceremony, and they call you out and say, oh, Obi, congratulations, the best student in SS1, for example. Those friends that were bad, right, that you chose not to work with, they would be disappointed. They'll feel bad, you know, even though they would want to be like, oh, they'll be jealous of you at some point. But for you, you will be proud. You feel good about yourself, about the choices you made not to join them, not to mingle with them. And over time, you will see those bad guys wanting to be friends with you, you know, especially if it's a consistent achievement for you. And your behavior would ultimately change them. So the way you feel good about yourself is taking good care of yourself. Take care of yourself, your personal hygiene. Eat good food, look good, and also make good choices, like I've already explained. And always remember you are special. Don't let anyone talk you down. Don't let anyone say, oh, you have big mouth, you have big nose, you're not good at anything. No. Remember that you are special just as you are. God created you unique. You are uniquely made. Okay. Next slide, please. And in conclusion, self-confidence and self-esteem, they are like muscles. The more you work on them, the stronger they become. So they're like muscles. It's just like you going to the gym to be strong, to be healthy, right? To grow your muscles. It's the same way. The more you work on your confidence, the more you do things that makes you feel good, you make good choices, the more you study to ensure that you have academic excellence, the more you attend the academy to become an ambassador, you take all this training and put them to action, the more you feel good about yourself, the more stronger, the more your esteem grows, the more your confidence grows, the more you can challenge situations and you'll be able to overcome. Right? Just as we spoke at the time of public speaking, the more you practice, the more you get better at it. So the more you make good choices, the more you take care of yourself, the more you affirm yourself and say, I am great. I can do this. Right? The more you challenge those stumbling blocks, the more your confidence grows. And the higher your self-esteem and the more you build healthy self-esteem. So believe in yourself, be kind to yourself, right? If you don't get it the first time, give yourself a chance that I'm going to try this again. And when you give yourself a chance, you would see you are coming out on the other side victorious. So believe in yourself that you can do it. Keep pushing. Be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up because you failed the test or because you failed the exam. No, be kind to yourself. Assure yourself, reaffirm yourself and say, I can do it and I would achieve it. And always remember that you are amazing just the way you are. You are amazing. Okay? Next slide, please. And then we'll be moving to emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence. Can anyone tell me what emotional intelligence is? Just put it in the chat. Emotional intelligence. What's emotional intelligence? Anyone? We've discussed this thing in the past, so we are just doing a refresher, right? Okay. Welcome, Malubo. Welcome, Uyinka. Welcome, Elizabeth. Welcome, Obi and Kamso. Emotional intelligence. Can anyone put it in the chat? What do you understand by emotional intelligence? Thank you, Oyeka. She says it is controlling your emotions. Thank you. Malobo says the way you identify and process your emotions. Thank you so much. The way it's controlling your emotions, it's the way you identify and process your emotions. Thank you so much. That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. Thank you. Okay, Obian Kamso says emotional intelligence is where you control your emotions, actions, and more. Thank you. So, understanding emotions and becoming your best self. Okay. Next slide, please. So, for emotional intelligence, today we'll be discussing how to manage your emotions, how you can understand your emotions and manage your emotions, okay? So what are emotions? Emotions are just simply feelings that come from inside us. They are the feelings, whether good, whether bad. You could be angry, you could be sad, you could be happy, So emotions are the feelings that come from inside of you, right? You could be scared, you could be surprised, and they help you to react to situations, right? Emotions help you to react to situations. Say, for example, your friend offends you, right? You could decide to walk away, and you could decide to be sad. You could decide to lash out and begin to say, "Oh, what have you just done?" And begin to speak rudely. Or you could decide to just walk away, take a deep breath, and then come back and say, "Friend, you know what you did to me the other day? It's not good. I don't like it," and then you resolve it amicably. You could decide. So every one of us experiences emotions. We have emotions, and we are free to express it the way we want, right? But as ambassadors, as children of God, we are expected to do what? We are expected to be able to control our emotions and do what? Put up positive attitudes always. To put up positive emotions always. So emotions are like messengers that tell us how we're feeling. Let's learn to listen to them. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay. So emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize and understand emotions in ourselves and others. So it's the ability to recognize your emotions and then understand your emotions and also understand the emotions that others could be feeling at a particular time. And use this awareness that, oh, I understand that this person is angry. I understand that this person is not happy, right? I understand that this person is sad, right? Understand their emotion, recognize other people's emotion, and let it guide your thoughts, let it guide your reaction, let it guide your decision at that particular time. So when your friend is angry, that's not the time to come and then begin to speak rudely. You need to be able to, know how to be able to address that particular situation at that time, right? You need to be able to recognize that, oh, my friend is angry. Let me do what? Is either I stay away for now or I speak words that are soothing that will bring them out of that sad emotion. So emotional intelligence helps us navigate life, ups and downs, and build strong relationships. When you understand other people's emotions, right, and you also understand your emotion, it will help your relationship. It will help your relationship. So you need to be able to manage emotions. right? And not just lash out. You need to be able to do what? Learn to slow down. Take a deep breath before speaking, before reacting. Empathize with others. When you see someone that they are going through a tough time, learn to be able to say, oh, I understand this is the situation at this time, you know, and be able to do what? Speak words that are suiting or be able to help them come out of it. It's not that time for you to be fighting or bring what they've done in the past and begin to tell them, oh, that was what you did the last time. You spoke to me rudely, you know, but the person is going through a tough time. You should be able to do what? Understand the season, understand what is happening at that time, and be able to help that person come out of it, help them manage what it is they are going through. And for you as well, be able to do what? Manage your emotions, irrespective of what might have happened at that particular time. Next slide, please. Thank you. So self-control. One of the ways you can manage your emotion is what? Self-control. The ability to manage our emotions. That is what self-control is, the ability to manage your emotions, your thoughts, and your actions. Even when it's hard, of a truth, it could be hard when your friend, maybe they saw you, right? And they decided to ignore you and they walked away. Or maybe you need help. For example, you need help, you're finding it challenging to solve a particular math problem, right? And your friend knows it so well. Instead for them to say, oh, Obi, I know that this maths is difficult, but can I walk you through? Or even you walked up to them and say, oh, Malobo, please, can you assist me in this math? And they're like, look at you, you don't even know it. And they start laughing at you. It could be hard, you know, to not want to lash out, you know, or respond rudely. But you know what? You've got You've got to control yourself even at that particular time. You need to learn how to control yourself, control your words, because words ought, you know, words ought. But when you understand that, later, if you're able to control yourself, you can always explain to your friend and say, oh, what you did the last time is not good. Instead of you speaking rudely or making fun of me, you could have just said, oh, sorry, I can't do it. Or I don't have the time now. And I would understand. You know, you would be able to help your friend come out of habits like that. Right? So one of the ways you can control yourself, you can master your emotion is what? Take a deep breath and count 1 to 10. You can also walk away from the situation, like I've said, and also do what? Think before you act. Think before you act. Process the situation before you respond. So self-control helps us make good choices, stay calm, even when you're feeling upset, okay? So take a deep breath. You can count 1 to 10, walk away from that particular situation, and when you feel good, you come back to it. And also think before you act, okay? Next slide, please. Another way is self-motivation. One way to master, to grow emotional intelligence, we said, is self-control. The second way is self-motivation. What's self-motivation? Self-motivation drives success. It drives your success. It's the ability to encourage and motivate yourself to achieve your goal, right? It's a way to encourage yourself, motivate yourself to achieve your goal. And one of the strategies to motivate yourself is by doing what? Setting achievable goals. We can't say this enough. Set your goals. Break your goals into smaller tasks, right? Step by step. Break tasks into smaller steps. The goals, break them into tiny achievable, steps. What do I want to do first that will lead me to the large goal that I have set? That will lead me to the huge thing that I want to achieve. Okay? Break it down into tiny bits, into smaller bits that you can do what? You can achieve maybe in a day, in a week, in 2 weeks, right? That will ultimately lead to the what? To the overall goal. And also celebrate success. Celebrate your wins. Celebrate it. And find positive role models. right? Surround yourself with positive people, not negative people, not people that will talk you down, not people that will talk you out of your goal, not people that will distract you out of your goal, but people that will encourage you, positive role models. Self-motivation helps you to believe in yourself and to work towards your dream. When you motivate yourself by celebrating your small wins, you are encouraged to do more. And it also builds your confidence. It builds your esteem. Like we just spoke earlier, it builds your esteem, it builds your confidence. It pushes you forward to achieve more, to do more. And it helps you to walk towards your dreams. Okay, next slide, please. So how do you recognize and express your emotions? So how do we express emotions in a healthy way? So how do you express yourself in an healthy way? So some of the ideas we can share with you is that we'll talk to a trusted adult or friend, right? If you feel, oh, this situation is out of you, out of your control, right? It's beyond you. You can speak to an elderly person. Other people will praise God. Speak to an elderly person about it. Talk to a trusted adult or adult friend, right? And tell them, oh, this is the situation, this is what is happening. And then they will help you to do what to come out of it. You can speak to a counselor as well. The counselor would help you. They will speak you, they will talk to you about it, talk you out of that emotions. Also write it in a journal. How are you feeling? You know, how am I feeling today? You can get a gratitude journal, right? You write about it. How do I feel about today? Do I feel positive? Do I feel happy? Do I feel anxious? You know, write it in a journal. How do you feel? You know, in the process of writing out your emotions, you are letting it out. So before you know it, it's like taking the deep breath as well, because you're expressing it out, you're writing it out. So that way you are able to think through, you are able to process, you know, process the pain, process the emotion. So you write it out in a journal. And gradually, as you do that, you see that what you are releasing the emotions into that notebook, and you're feeling better, you know, feeling calm about the whole situation. And you can also draw it out. You can paint it out, you know, draw it or paint. If you're an artist, you like drawing, you can try that as well. Just pour it all out, let it go, and engage in physical activities. You can go to the gym, you know, just to be able to let out that particular emotion, let it out at that particular time. You know, you can express it. There are so many ways to do that. These are just ideas, but you need to know what works for you based on your personality, based on who you are, you know. So you need to know what works for you. There are other ways that you can express. You can research on it. You can speak to your parents who will talk you through the whole process. You can speak to a counselor as well. If none of this works for you, they'll give you other ways. They'll tell you, advise you on other ways that you can do what? Express your emotions in an healthy way. Next slide, please. Okay, so how to manage difficult emotions. So how do you manage difficult emotions? First thing is know your triggers. What triggers you? What triggers you? Is it when maybe you're the only one doing the chores at home? Your sibling is just there watching TV or playing games. Does that get you upset? Is that your trigger? You know, is it when your parents maybe they say something and that just triggers you, you know, or your friends? So you need to know your triggers, identify them. So when you identify them, then you'll be able to stay away from those things, or you learn how to react in that situation, or you learn how to respond when those triggers come up. Because if you don't know them, you can't manage them. If you don't know them, you can't resolve them. You can't undo them, right? So identify your triggers, practice relaxation techniques, like we've said, deep breathing, counting 1 to 10. right? You could plan to also maybe just go for an exercise, walk away from the situation. So practice relaxation techniques, challenge negative thoughts. Thoughts like, give him a blow on his head. Yeah, see the way he's talking to you, things, negative thoughts that are coming to mind and say, react, react, react. Try to challenge them. Take a pencil as well. She has taken yours. Go and take a pencil. Challenge those negative thoughts and seek support from others. Like we said, you can seek support from your parents, your counselors at school, your coaches, your mentors, reliable people. You seek support from them. We can't avoid difficult emotions. They will always come. Your friends will always get you upset, right? Sometimes your parents will even get you upset. All you just need to do what is to know how to manage. Learn to manage them. You will learn to manage them. You can't get away from difficult people. You can't get away from troublemakers. They are all around. But you just need to do what? Learn to manage them. When those people come around, learn to manage them. Next slide, please. Okay. So in conclusion, you are in control. You are in control of your emotions. Okay? Don't let the situation around you, don't let the environment control how you react. Don't let them control your feelings. You are in control. You choose how you want to respond. It is on you to decide, how do I want to respond to this situation? How do I want to feel about this thing? You are in control. Emotions are natural and everyone has it. Emotional intelligence helps you to do what? When you're emotionally intelligent, you are able to navigate life. You're able to navigate situation. Self-control and self-motivation leads to success. And expressing your emotion in healthy ways is key. Is so key, is important. So remember, you have the power to understand and manage your emotions. Keep practicing and you'll become more confident, motivated, and emotionally intelligent. Next slide, please. So we'll be going to emotional intelligence part 2. So the second part of our emotional intelligence, remember, this is a refresher of all that we've learned. And we expect you as ambassadors, even as we're rounding up this year, we expect you to put to practice everything you've learned. You need to put it to practice. Go out there, use it, right? Begin to set your goals, exhibit emotional intelligence, self-control, your leadership skill, your public speaking abilities, grow in them. And then also do what? Teach your friends. Talk to your friends about it. Help them to grow in that area as well. Okay? Go and be a positive impact. Okay? Go and make positive impact. Go and add value to your friends. What you've learned, teach it to others. Teach it to your friends. Don't keep it to yourself. Okay? So understanding others. The first part was understanding yourself, how you can help yourself come out of what? Out of emotions that are unhealthy, and how you can grow healthy emotions. Now we're talking about others, how you can understand others, using the power of empathy. Okay, it's putting yourself, and what does empathy mean? It simply means putting yourself in someone else's shoes. How would I feel if I was the one? How would I feel? How would I react? If I was the one, what would I say? Putting yourself in someone else's shoe. Oh, how is this person feeling? How is this person feeling? Does this person have food to eat? How are they feeling? How are they even living? How are they doing it? How are they coping? Putting yourself in someone else's shoe. So empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's an important skill that helps us to build strong relationships and be kind to one another, right? Say, for example, you have so many toys. It is empathy that would help you, that would make you give out some of your toys to someone who does not have any. It is empathy that will help you to share your pencil with someone who has none. It is empathy that will help you to give your friend snack during lunch when you have 4 snacks or you have 4 lunches that your parents had already, they gave you rice, gave you veggies, gave you maybe cookies, even gave you let's say a drink, a juice box. It is empathy that will make you share with your friend and say, okay, I have this lunch. Can we divide it into two? Would you like some, or you prefer my snack? It is empathy that will make you share what you have with others that don't have. So I just wanted to drop it in the chat. Is there a time when someone showed empathy towards you, or you showed empathy towards someone? Could you share? Let us know. When did you share empathy? When were you empathetic to someone, or someone was empathetic to you? Can you share? When have you shown love? You have to put yourself in someone else's shoe to say, oh, I have 5 naira and my friend does not have any money. So I'm going to maybe buy candy, maybe 2 for 5 naira candy, and then share with your friend. I'm waiting on us ambassadors. Can you tell me? Can you tell me when you have exhibited empathy? So while I wait for you, I'm looking at the chat, okay? I want you to leave something in the chat. Tell us about a time you've exhibited empathy towards someone else. So empathy is basically, like I said, sharing other people's feeling, being kind and caring, listening attentively and actively to someone, and understanding how someone feels about a particular situation. So empathy is not the same as sympathy. Sympathy is feeling sorry for someone, while empathy is understanding how they feel, right? You understand how they feel and you take action alongside, you know, you take action to help them resolve. Bumi says yes, I show empathy. Someone said yes in school, but how did you show? How did you show? We need examples. How did you do it? What did you do? What was it you did? Okay. What was it you did? How were you kind? How did you show that you care for someone? How did you share in a friend's feelings? So tell us how you did that. Next slide, please. I'm still looking at the chat for your responses. Okay, Bumi says, and people show me too. Yes. Of course, when you're nice to someone, the person will be nice to you, right? Even if it's not the person, other people will be nice to you, right? They reciprocate your kindness. They reciprocate the love you've shown to them. Okay. So the importance of this particular social skill, which is emotional intelligence, is that one, okay, Elizabeth, someone was sad, but I cheered them up. That's so good, right? That's so good. Someone was sad and she was able to cheer them up. That's so good. Thank you for sharing, Elizabeth. Okay. So one of the importance of emotional intelligence is that it helps you build strong relationships. Like I was saying, that if you help, of course, they would help you, even if it's not the person, someone else who was observing will do what? We reciprocate that love. We reciprocate that kindness. And even if it's not within your friends, someone else one day will definitely reciprocate the kindness you have shown to someone. So it helps you to build strong relationships. You have more friends, you have more people around you because you're not wicked. You're caring, you're kind, you understand people, you don't just talk anyhow. You understand people's feelings and how they would feel when you talk. So it helps you to build strong relationships. So social skills helps us to communicate effectively, make friends, and also work together. And some of these social skills include active listening, asking questions, and resolving conflicts. Okay? It helps you to show respect as well, and also to cooperate, to work with others within a team. Next slide, please. So you need to understand people's personality. There are different personality types. So for you to be what? To be able to understand people, you need to understand their personality. What kind of person are they? Right? You need to discover their temperament. Do they talk too much or they are the quiet type? Right? Are they people's person or they are just an introvert? They don't speak in public like amongst so many people. So you need to be able to understand them first. Before you talk, learn to know the people you are working with, the people you're playing with, the people you're surrounded with. Okay? So that you know, okay, if this person is someone who doesn't talk too much, you know what to say and you know the kind of question to ask them. Right? You know how they respond. So you don't do what? You don't say things that make them upset. So you need to understand people's temperament, understand their personality type. And when you do that, right, you're appreciating people's differences and it helps you to work with them well. It helps you to collaborate well with them and work together better. Okay. And so the 4 types of personality type, next slide, please. We have the choleric. So these ones, they always want to be the leader. They are confident and they are decisive. They are goal-oriented and they are ambitious. They are strong-willed and they are assertive. And sometimes they are impatient. They just want to get things going. You have to do it now. I can't wait. You have to do it now. So, those are the cholerics. Next slide, please. We also have the sanguine, the phlegmatic, and the melancholy personalities. So the sanguine, they call them the social butterfly. They are outgoing and enthusiastic. They are spontaneous and they are adaptable. They can switch. They can adapt to anything, good or bad situation. They are there. And they are outgoing, They are people's person. And sometimes they are disorganized and they are forgetful. They are disorganized and they are forgetful. You tell them something now, when you ask them in the next 2 minutes, they won't remember. Okay, next personality type, please. These are the sanguines. The next personality type, we have the phlegmatic. These ones, they call them the peacemakers. They are calm, they are gentle, they are diplomatic, and they are patient. Sometimes they are indecisive. They can't make a decision. And sometimes they avoid it. They are avoidant. When you ask them a question, they rather avoid it than speak about it. So these are the phlegmatics. They are calm, they are gentle, diplomatic, and patient. Sometimes indecisive, and they are avoidant. Next slide, please. Okay, and the last one is the melancholy. So the melancholy, they call them the analysts. They are thoughtful and reflective. They are thoughtful and they are reflective. They can sit on a particular decision for long. They keep thinking and thinking and thinking about it. They reflect a lot. These kind of people are the ones that journal a lot. They are creative and perfectionistic. They want everything to be perfect. If there is a little dirt there, they are not comfortable with it. And they are sometimes critical and overly sensitive. They are quick to pick things up, They are quick to get angry at things, They are so sensitive, So we have the phlegmatic, we have the melancholy, we have the sanguines, okay? So looking at it, which is the personality type? Have you identified your personality type? Just put it in the chat. Which of this personality type is yours? And which have you seen around you amongst your friends? Next slide, please. I'll be looking at the chat to read out your responses, okay? So having emotional intelligence helps you to appreciate differences. Appreciate that people are different, based on the personality type we spoke about. People are different. And you need to be able to do what? Relate with them based on their what? On their differences. You need to embrace diversity. You need to embrace diversity. Everybody can be like you. That's why you need emotional intelligence to know how to relate with people so that you can develop what strong relationships, so that you can relate with people better. You can work with people better. So each personality type, they have their strengths and they have their weaknesses, which is what we have listed, right? And by understanding and appreciating people's difference, like I said, you can build stronger relationships, you can work together, and you can learn from each other. You can learn from each other. Next slide, please. Okay. So now as we wrap up, empathy, social skills, and personality awareness is all about being a better friend and a better person. It's all about you being better. Be a good friend that someone wants to play with, right? Be a good friend. Be a good person that people would love to relate with. When they have issues, they are able to talk to you about it, right? And people that they easily want to do it, they want to have as their friend and say, oh, Obi is my friend. Elizabeth is my friend. And remember, practice empathy every day. Be kind. Care for others. Put others in your shoes. Sorry, put your shoe in others, like other people feel the way they feel. Try to understand how is this person feeling, you know, and know when to talk and when not to talk. Know when to react and when not to react. Self-control. That's where self-control comes in. Okay. And develop strong social skills. Appreciate and understand different personality types. People are different and you always come across them every day. It's a world of diversity. People are from different backgrounds. They have different characters. So you just need to do what? Understand them so that you can relate with them better. Okay? So I would want us to do what? Make a pledge to practice empathy every day and to appreciate people's differences, right? Appreciate people's differences. Appreciate people for who they are. Remember, we are all uniquely made. Everyone has something to do it, to give. So don't look down on people. Okay? Don't look down on people, but rather be empathetic. Okay? Be emotionally intelligent. As you go out there in the world, exhibit emotional intelligence and put to practice everything you have learned this past 12 months. Okay? Practice all that you've learned. And we wish you well and look to hear about your successes, your achievements. It's been nice walking you through this past 4 weeks, and I can't wait to hear of the great things you are doing. So I'm going to hand over to Coach Victor to take us on the Pdac Creed. Thank you, ambassadors.
Thank you so much, Mo. Can we also say a big thank you to Coach Damilola? That was an amazing session we had. Emotional intelligence is very, very important. Ability to recognize and manage your emotions while trying to understand other people's emotions and responding to them in an healthy manner. So thank you so much, Ma, for this amazing recap. Can we all say a big thank you to Coach Damilola? It's been an amazing 1 year journey. And believe me, if you have been applying all that you have been, learning in this academy, you are not the same person that joined us a year ago. Something tremendous has happened in your life. You are now emotionally intelligent. You are now a leader. You are confident. You are brave. You set smart goals. You dream big. You aim high. You know, You are living an academic excellent life. We are just so proud of you. All right. So let's take our Pdac creed before I make some announcements. Just say after me, I am a Pdac ambassador. I'm a child of God. I understand myself. I discover, develop, and unleash my God-given potential. I have strong beliefs and values that guide my actions and decisions. I cultivate good habits and follow principles that lead me to success. I am a confident and inspiring speaker. I dream big dreams, set smart goals, make great plans, and take quick steps to make my dreams come true. I am a great leader. I inspire myself and others to achieve great things. I am excellent in my academics and I love to learn new things. I believe in myself and I have a positive self image. I understand and manage my emotions well, and I am sensitive to others' feelings. I am proud to be a Pdac ambassador and will fulfill my duties with love, respect, excellence, and dedication. So help me God. Amen. All right, so that is our Pdac creed. So once again, thank you for joining today's class. It's been amazing, and I'll be looking forward to hearing your feedbacks. I will drop a feedback form on our WhatsApp group. I would love to hear from you. How has this academy been to you? Has it been impactful? Has it been a blessing to you? Has it changed your life, your mindset, your perspective? In what way have Pdac Academy been of impact to you? All right. So today is the last class for the year, but we are going to meet next week Sunday. So next week Sunday is just like a closing ceremony and our induction day. This is where we are going to be inducting you as our ambassadors. We are going to be sharing some tips and some things that will help you become a good ambassador wherever you find yourself. All right. And also, we are going to be awarding your certificates. All right. So remember, those that will get their certificates are those that filled the form that I have been posting on the group. So I'm going to post the form again. After today's class, I'll post it again. So if you have not filled the form, kindly fill it. Make sure you write your name and your surname exactly the way you want it to be on your certificate. All right? Good. So when we meet next week Sunday for our closing ceremony, we will be giving you some tips that will help you to become an ambassador. And while we are preparing for next year, yes, we are preparing for next year, and we have a new book for next year. There's a book we'll be using next year, very beautiful, very wonderful. I will just show you a glimpse of the book next week Sunday. So make sure you're in class next week Sunday for the induction ceremony. So thank you once again for being a part of this journey. We love you and we celebrate you and we wish you success in everything that you do. All right. So do have a wonderful and a lovely week. See you next week, Sunday. Bye, everyone.
Bye.